That's so funny, dude. That's so freaking funny. It's just like the funniest thing ever. Let's see if everybody joins. I'll talk for like 7 to 8 minutes, probably 10 minutes, and then I'll stop. Quick, just a quick live stream, probably quick video. If not so many people join right now, you can rewatch it. I wanted to talk about how your abilities can be leveraged by mastering foreign languages. And I want to just give you my personal example. I'm actually an economic analyst, and I graduated in Russia, graduated in China, and I have economic education. I'm an economist. I'm not a linguist. And so, in my own country, in case I don't master foreign languages, I would get the particular lifestyle, particular sum of money, and this sum of money would be just like a joke, just like a joke. It doesn't matter how smart I am. Doesn't matter how like connect, like not connected, but like how good I am. Like for me to get to the level I want to get to, it would require so many years, just by using those like economic, like just by using my specialization skills. And this is like the first thing, right? And so when I was 16, I decided, shit, I should really focus on learning English. At that time, I started learning English. I just told my parents that it would be better for me to find a private teacher. It was actually really cheap at that time, and and after mastering English, I decided to focus on Chinese, and after Chinese, I decided to focus on Korean. And the reason why I proceeded to learn foreign languages um after I mastered English was that I've noticed that I started earning money at the in my university in Russia just because I could speak English. So I could write scientific papers, and I could like write scientific papers, and the university would pay like a couple, like just like $1,500 for publishing this scientific paper to me and my scientific advisor. It was really interesting, and at that time I was like, wait a second, so I have all those people giving me compliments that I can speak English in Russia, and then like I can earn scholarships, like just a bunch of scholarships just because I can speak English. I was like, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. And let's see what happens if I study Chinese. And at that time, particularly, I was extremely interested in Japan, and after Japan, I became interested in China. Um, Oh, I for me it took like 8 years. It was crazy, guys. Like the first foreign language took 8 years, but if I knew what I know right now, like it would take for me just, I don't know, just like first foreign language is actually pretty difficult. But right now I actually have developed a program in which you can like master foreign language in like couple months. Uh, Guys, I actually have 4 minutes left because I have a coaching call. Yeah, that's a long time. Because I started when I was 16. I didn't know anything. I didn't have enough time to invest in learning English. So like I have so much things like going on because of my study um, at high school and university. And so the thing I want to say is that, so after I just mastered all those languages, I'm like, well, it seems that I'm leveraging all of my abilities, because people were like, oh, wait a second, you're not a linguist, you're an economist. Because I'm an economist, I'm not a linguist. I'm not a professional linguist like who graduated with a degree in this foreign language. And so people were like, whoa, that's cool. And then I decided to find work abroad. I decided to from China. I decided, because I was studying in China, I decided to move to Korea. And this is when it became so much obvious for me that all of my abilities, they are leveraged by just the pure value of foreign languages. It's crazy, guys, because being being like having a particular specialization, be it in like whether it's being an engineer or an economist or any other, it actually, like you have a particular, path. If you stay in your own country, you have a particular path you can take, and you need to spend a particular like number of years to get to a certain point. And so for me, it was like, I'm actually not interested in staying in Russia. I don't like staying in Russia. I don't like everything going on there. I don't like the lifestyle. Don't like everything. It was like, I really don't want to take this path. I always wanted to start my own business, and I was like, I'm not interested in doing it in Russia. And it's like, it was really, for me, it was not interesting at all. So I was like, I really should leave. I should go somewhere else. And at that time, I was really interested in England. Like, to start with, at first I was really interested in England. I wanted to apply to Oxford, actually. And then I was preparing myself to take all those, like, to apply for scholarships and stuff. And then I applied for, then so many things changed, like, during a few years. And then I applied to Chinese government scholarship, and I got it because I had really good grades in my university. I actually had like 100% of success, like, not success, like 100% A's. 100%. I was like almost I was probably the best student on the, like, probably the best in terms of if you take like scientific work and stuff. And so I was like, fuck, I just won a scholarship, a Chinese government scholarship. That's so awesome. And so I started learning Chinese before going to China. I went to China, mastered Chinese and Korean at the same time, for 3 years. After just, to be honest, like, after just 2 years in China, just 2 years, I was fluent in two foreign languages. Although during that time, most of the foreigners I saw, they couldn't even master Chinese. Like, I mastered Chinese after, like, I don't know, like, I was close to fluent after 4 months, completely fluent after 8 months, and after 8 months I started learning Korean. I started learning Korean in Chinese. This is actually how, like, the level. Wait a second. I look at the question and I will need to wrap up because right now I have a coaching call actually. Same here, planning to leave the UK soon. So, in case you're not satisfied with the life in your own country, guys, and you're an engineer, economist, lawyer, like some medical professional, your skills will be absolutely leveraged because you can represent a company, you can represent a brand, you can be anything. Like, and for me, like, right now, it's really cool to start your own business, right? So I'm talking about how to find work in a foreign country and how to leverage your skills and abilities. And for me, to start a business in Russia was completely not an option. So I wanted to live abroad. So how do I live abroad? How do I just like how do I live abroad? If I don't have any money for starting a business, how do I do it? And so this is when I was like, lifestyle first, money second, or in business second. So lifestyle first, business second. So that's why I decided to move to Asia first. And in order to move to Asia without having any money, without having just zero connections, I'm not kidding, guys, zero everything, without any support from parents, from anyone. If you decide to move to Asia, the only thing you can do is to master a foreign language and legalize your documents for finding work in this particular country. The only why is finding work in a foreign country? Why is it the only option? Like, the question, why is it the only option? Because you cannot just come, like, go there and just start your own business and get like lots of money from day one. And the only way, also another reason, is that visa, residence permit. The only way to get a solid visa, to get a long-term visa in a foreign country, is what? Find work there or marry someone. Like, this is like the second option, but I'm talking about the more conventional path, like normal path. No, not normal path, sorry, but it's like getting married is like the best probably, but um, it's definitely like it's a really good path to find work in a foreign country. I have a call in 2 minutes. Korean girls are the most beautiful, I think. So I have a coaching call right now, actually, guys. Um, so yeah, so in case you're not, so you get a visa first, you master foreign languages, You get visa in this foreign country, and then you have work you like. You're working at the company you like, and I'm actually working in the company. I'm taking a management position right now, and I'm just communicating almost always only with the owner of the company or with business partners. It's either business partners from like different countries, from Europe, from China, from like any country, from Japan. I'm making calls in those languages as well. So uh, and guess what, guys? Guess what? Like, if I wouldn't be able to speak five languages, I wouldn't be able to represent a company on an international level to do consulting and stuff like this. This is the reason. This is the reason. And guess what? I don't do Excel spreadsheet or shit like this. I don't do some boring, shitty thing. Sometimes I do some boring, shitty thing though, like website optimization or like translating the website, stuff like this. But it takes like probably there is a, it's like 50-50, I would say, or like 70-30. But most of the work is actually pretty interesting. So that's why I think that if you want to move somewhere, it's better not to start your own business first. Like if it's really difficult for you, if you already have a business going on, it's completely awesome. It's like the best. But the best option is to find work in this country, study foreign languages at the same time, and get a long-term visa, long-term residence permit, and start from there. Start building your own thing, your own business. Is it too old to start learning languages in your 30s? It's not. It's absolutely not. You can start learning foreign languages whenever you want. It's the biggest myth I've ever heard of, that kids master languages quickly. This is like the biggest myth. I master a foreign language faster than any kid. It's complete bullshit. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll be back in just 1 hour because I have a VIP coaching call right now. So, by the way, if you want to register for a free call, you can go to victorytalking.com, I guess, /code. I don't remember. I will again. I will probably send out the link somewhere. But yeah, guys, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next live stream.